What is up, people of all different types of ages, races, genders, and yes, even you other species out there watching this video. My name is Omega Pro, and I'm here to give my first impressions of NBA 2K14 after a few days of playing it. And it's the game I've been playing the most on my PS4, to be honest. I'm a huge 2K fan. Ever since 2K11, I've been buying every single one of them, playing them essentially the whole entire year until the next iteration comes out. And I love the NBA games. So what do I think about this game here? Well, obviously, I've been playing it nonstop, so that's got to speak volumes to how good the game is. There are a few things I like and a few things that I don't like. Let's start off with some of the things that I do like. First, well, before I go on to this, let me actually tell you what the gameplay you guys are watching is. This is MyGM gameplay. It's supposed to be the replacement for the association mode in the other games. And really what this is you can still do all that association stuff where you do the trades and all that stuff, except you take place as a GM and you get more choices and it's more in depth. It's a really interesting game mode. I play it on my streams and stuff like that I do of 2K14. So if you want to be notified when I'm streaming, follow my Twitch down in the link below. But without further ado, let's talk about 2K14. So I think the biggest changes, aside from graphics obviously, comes in the game mode My Career. Now, they reworked this from the ground up. Previously, My Career was just, okay, you do the rookie showcase, you do your draft, and then you just start playing NBA. That's how it goes. And then with 2K13, they added the social media feature where fans can give you direct feedback in correlation to how you're doing in the league, how you did the last game, what you need to improve on, etc., etc. Well, in this game, they cranked that up to 1,000%. There are cutscenes in this game and a fleshed out story, it seems like. Now, for the most part, I am 100% on board with this, but there are some points that it does become a little bit cheesy, but I am okay with that for what we got. I like that you have an agent that, it seems like you guys have a really cool friendship from the past or whatever, and then you got your rival in the NBA, and then even partnerships with your teammates, or not partnerships, companionships with your teammates, and even butting heads with certain teammates. So, for example, right now, I play for the New Orleans Pelicans on my stream, My Career, because I'm going to have two different My Careers, one for my stream, and I'm probably going to start one for my YouTube. Same thing with my team. But anyway, for my career that I've been playing, I'm on the New Orleans Pelicans, and me and Drew Holiday get along very, very well. We'll stay after games and study the film to learn how to get better. He even one game I missed a bunch of my free throws, so after the game he came up to me and he was like, "Listen, man, I noticed you missed a lot of your free throws. You want to head to the gym and work on those free throws?" And you have the option to say yes or no, but I said yes because I thought it'd be a good team building thing. And then what happens is there was like this little mini game where you have to hit 50 free throws without missing more than one in a row. So I did that, and then it was awesome. And then the social media was tweeting me about it and all that stuff. They're like, "Oh, it seems like Drew Holiday and Christopher Knight, which is my guy's name, are getting along really, really well. This is a new partnership, blah, 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 whatever." But on the flip side of that, I butt heads a lot with Jason Smith for the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't even know why. The guy's a complete scrub. But basically what he tries to make me do is when I first joined the team, he was like, "All right, listen here. You see all my luggage over there? Now that's your job to bring that on planes, to bring it off planes, to load it in, to bring it to hotels, and this, that, and the third." And I was like, "Hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm not your, I'm not going to be a punk like that." So then he was like, "Oh, you wash your back, guy." And then later on, I don't know, maybe a few games after that, he comes up to me with a clown nose, and he's like, "You have to wear this in public during the interviews, everything. You have to start wearing this clown nose." And I'm like, "I'm not doing that either." And then there was this one time where we were in practice, and I guess I was driving to the basket, and then I guess I ran him down, and then a cutscene triggered, and we got into a scuffle, and then the coach had to come in and say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, calm down, what's going on?" And then social media got a hold of that and was like, "Oh, it seems like Christopher Knight isn't getting along with this other guy, Jason Smith or whatever." And it's just a really cool dynamic. I think My Career is a huge step in the right direction. I'm excited to see how they elevate that next year, or if they're going to take the easy way out and sort of keep it sort of the same, But in terms of My Career, it's awesome. There are some things that I don't like for example, I'll be wide open, get excellent releases and all that stuff, and then I'll just miss every shot. That's all throughout the game, though. That's not just My Career. It's very, very annoying because I was playing with one of my friends when the PS4 first came out, and I'm sitting here, I'm, running off of picks, running plays, being wide open from the three, wide open mid jump shots and everything. Like I'll be getting B plus A's, whatever, perfect releases, and I'm missing everything. Meanwhile, he's chucking things up, doesn't even matter, everything's going in. It seems very random, and I don't really like that. It seems like what they did was they made it harder to drive to the basket in 2K14, which I don't mind. But then they also made it to where it seems like your shots go in by complete luck, because there'll be times where I do a terrible shot, very late release, like a D rating or a C rating, and it goes in. Meanwhile, A ratings, perfect release, it misses. And I know even in the NBA, whatever, nothing's perfect, like you get your release right, you're wide open, everything, you'll miss occasionally. But these are professional basketball players. They're not going to be missing every wide open shot. I don't know. Maybe I just have to get used to it a little bit more, and then we'll see. Another thing I don't like about the game is that the ball is just, that thing gets loose way too many times, whether it's coming off of a block or whether the ball just leaves your player's hands, whatever. It is probably the most annoying thing in this game right now. So basically what happens is, I guess they have this new physics feature, whatever, where the ball is its own thing as opposed to being like an extension of the player like it was in the previous games, and I'm all for that. However, now what you're now what you're running into is you'll be dribbling the ball or whatever, and then all of a sudden your guy will just lose the ball, or you bump into somebody and then the ball goes flying out, or you're trying to drive and then the ball just mysteriously leaves your guy's hands or whatever. It is super annoying because, again, going to those wide open shots missing, that's understandable. There's no way you can be exact about that. But with ball handling, like if you're a pro NBA player, you shouldn't be losing the handle of the ball that much. Obviously, mistakes happen, but it's so frequent. It just seems like that doesn't happen in the NBA. You're not fumbling the ball at almost every possession. That's just not how it goes. If I'm playing a point guard, there is no reason why a center should be able to just stand there and then like the ball freaking enters his aura and then the ball's like, oh no, I can't do that. And then like that's a turnover. Turnovers are so abundant in this game. It is ridiculous. One thing that I like that they added in the game was that now they finally added blocking. You can now block. However, it seems that blocks are too easy to come by because, again, I'll be driving to the rim, and that's very hard to do in this game. So when I finally get an open look, I'll be driving, and then a player barely has to do anything to get a block on me. There are some moments where it's like, okay, yeah, that was a good block. He deserved that, whatever. And then there are other moments where it's like, I should not have missed that. I should have gone in. Like, for example, there was this one time I remember distinctively where I was playing, I think it was MyGM, I believe, and I drove in with, I don't even remember who, but I had a wide open lane, right? Like every player was on the left side of the court, and the whole right side was open, so I cut from the left, and I was holding the right stick to the right, or the left stick to the right, rather, so that way, I thought that would make, the player use his right hand to lay it up. However, instead what happened is he went with his left hand, cocked it all the way back to where the defense was, and they got a free block on it. So there are some occasions where you'll get stuck in an animation and stuff like that, but that's just the nature of the beast. If you don't have these animations in the game, then you don't get as good looking as 2K. That's the thing. Everything looks nice and it looks realistic because they have these predetermined animations, and without those, then you can't really have that free-flowing nice look. And that's one thing about this game, it controls beautifully. The dribbling is improved probably 5 times. I'm not even joking. The dribbling is so satisfying. I've been playing 2K13 again like all year since it came out and stuff, and it never felt as good as this. 2K has never felt this good. I haven't felt dribbling this good since NBA Live back in the day. This is awesome dribbling. Again, it's coupled with the con that sometimes you just lose control of the ball, and that's obviously not good. Another few bad things is, I started up a Park game. The first time I loaded up Park, my 2K crashed. The second time I loaded up Park, it seemed like we were getting into a game. Then I got stuck in an infinite loading thing. I don't really know what it was, but I guess it was somebody's connection or something. And then I couldn't play Park. That's not too much of a big deal. Trying to think if there was anything else that I didn't really like about the game. And I know I'm pointing out a lot of negatives, but essentially everything that I'm not mentioning works great. You know, the character models are great. Again, the game controls beautifully. It feels like you're missing a little too many jump shots, but then again, I think that's something that's needed because a lot of the times in 2K13, people just let threes fly all day, and it's obviously unrealistic. Nobody's gonna make that many threes. And then there was even a my team game that I played where this guy was just free falling with the threes. He ended up shooting like 47 3-pointers, and he only made about, like, I think it was might have been 17 or 11 or something like that. So that speaks volumes to how much they really try to nerf the shooting. But I mean, if they're wide open, you know, like there shouldn't be a gamble. Like, it's gotten to the point where if I'm wide open for a three, I'd rather just pump fake or maybe call a pick and try to drive to the basket, because trying to shoot is like, it's a gamble. And I mean, I guess it's always a gamble when you're trying to shoot, and even in real life or whatever, but it just doesn't feel right. And that's, I shouldn't say it doesn't feel right, because I feel like the shots feel great. Like when you're shooting a shot, it feels great, it looks satisfying and everything, and it's even more satisfying when you get it in or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, it's too much of a risk to do. You know what I'm trying to say? I feel like if you play 2K, you know what I'm trying to say with this. Like, it's too much of a risk to try to go for a jump shot when you can try to, I don't know, cross somebody out or something like that. And then that brings me to another point. There was this one time in my career where I crossed somebody out. He fell to the floor. I broke his ankles. The whole crowd was like, "Oh!" And then I go for the shot, and the guy gets up and puts a hand in my face in time and forces me to miss the shot. I just dropped him to the floor with an ankle breaker, and then immediately after I go for the jump shot, and he's already up to contest it. That's one thing 2K has always struggled with, is just a bunch of AI things in general, like center staying at the 3-point line when you're double teamed instead of cutting or something like that. You know, that's still in the game. But other than that, man, I'm really liking 2K. Still playing it for hours and hours on end. I think I did like an 8 or 9 hour live stream yesterday of it. 2K is extremely fun. If you're an NBA fan, you gotta have it. It's a good time sink, especially with the new game modes. This is the first time I'm trying out my team, and I'm loving my team. MyGM is really interesting, and my career obviously is my career, but you know, it's revamped. Everything is for the better, and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful or anything like that. Let's try to get this video to 50 likes, so that way we can start this 2K bandwagon going, I guess you could say. More 2K videos are going to be coming in the future, like I said before. I kind of want to start on my team for my YouTube series, or for a YouTube series rather, and maybe even on my career. We'll see. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.